Hi guys, it's Lily, and I've got something really exciting to show you today. So ever since I got my Hobonichi Weeks a few months ago, I've felt somewhat dissatisfied with the cover options available. Basically, the Weeks has a kind of cloth hardback cover, though it's a little bit floppy. And strangely, unlike the other techos available in the Hobonichi range, it doesn't have the nylon covers or the cloth covers that you can get for the A6 and the A5. What you can either get is this plastic cover on cover, which is made out of PVC. It's the same kind of plastic, see-through plastic that the other cover on covers are made of, if you're familiar with those. Or they've got a very limited range of either zipped pouches or traveler's wallet type covers, but those are problematic. For one thing, there aren't very many different designs, and all but one of them are made out of leather, which I don't want to support. And the one that's not made out of leather, I just don't like the design. And it's also zip around, I think, which I am not a fan of. So those were not options. And so I looked around for ages on Etsy and Googling and trying to find a Weeks cover, and there just aren't any. There's one Etsy shop that makes custom made Weeks covers, but I contacted her to ask if she could make a faux leather one, and she said that she couldn't. So I was sort of stuck, and was even thinking of making one myself. And in the end, I decided to go with the plastic cover on cover. And if you've seen any of my other Hobonichi videos, you probably know that I really don't like the cover on covers for the A5 and the A6. I don't know why. It's just something about the way that the covers look when you put the cover on cover on that I just aesthetically it displeases me. It's just a personal preference. With the Weeks, I decided to go for it because I really wanted a cover for it, because if you just have the Weeks on its own, it has no pockets, and no pen loop, and so you really need something to go with it. So I was kind of pleasantly surprised by this cover, in that I didn't hate it in the same way that I hate the A6 and A5 cover on covers. And I was using it, I'd say use it for about 2 months. And it was, nearly 2.5 months. October, November, I think? No, a month and a half, sorry. But I kind of felt like it wasn't a permanent solution. The first thing that happened, even though I didn't mind the look of it, I kind of felt like there's something that just feels a bit flimsy about having this plastic cover, especially when you're used to having really awesome covers. All of my other Hobonichis, I have just great long-lasting covers made out of silicone or nylon. And the first thing that happened was, after about maybe 2 weeks of using it, the pen loop just completely broke. It split down the middle. There's a kind of a seam in the plastic, and it just split. So I covered it with washi tape, as you can see here, which was fine. The washi tape does a great job, so I could keep using the pen loop. But you can probably see here, the sort of color is starting to rub off the top of the washi because of the pen, always kind of rubbing against it. And also, some of the ink from the washi started rubbing off on the Weeks, which I'm sure my fellow planner addicts will understand. The sort of OCD. It's I did not like that. So I kind of felt, and also I felt like it was sort of getting grubby. And I've seen other reports of people saying that their cover on covers has split partway through the year. And so I kind of felt like I was going to have to order another one, and it was bothering me that this is made out of PVC, which is kind of really bad for the environment. And I just kind of I didn't like the idea of just, perpetually having to replace these plastic cover on covers. I really wanted a kind of nice, durable, long-lasting, beautiful cover that felt satisfying and solid. You know what I mean. So I was kind of frustrated with this and started searching again, and I finally found something that is the perfect solution, and I'm so excited about it and so happy about it. And it is this. Ta-da! So this is a brand called Corkor, C-O-R-K-O-R, and I've only seen them on Amazon. I'm sure that like they might have a website, but they're on the UK and US Amazon sites. And I actually knew about them from before. I have a Kindle cover that I bought from them probably about 2 years ago. So I knew about them, but it had never occurred to me that they might make something that could fit a Weeks, because it's a kind of unusual size. So it turns out that it's a very common size for a travel wallet. And it never occurred to me to search under travel wallet. So a travel wallet, in case you didn't know, because I didn't know, is basically just like an open wallet that has like kind of credit card slots and like places for it to put your passport and like kind of flight tickets. That was just a sneak preview. I'll be sort of showing you more properly in a minute. And so I Googled, like I was searching on Amazon a whole bunch of different traveler's notebooks, sorry, not traveler's notebooks, traveler's wallets. And a lot of times the dimensions were too big or they were made out of animal leather. So I found another one that looked good that was made out of synthetic leather, but it was too big. It was like 230 millimeters high, which is actually a bit taller than a standard Fodori or Midori, which is like 210 or 220. I can't remember, but standard Midori is too big for this, because that was my original plan, was to put this in a Midori cover, in a Fodori. And when I got it, it was just too big on all sides, and I didn't like it. So I searched and searched and searched, and finally I came across this, and this is just the perfect size. And I was so delighted, not only because it's the perfect size, and because it's, as you can see, it's really slim, because I was looking for something that wasn't too bulky, because part of the delight of the Weeks is how slim it is, and how, you know, it'll just fit in your bag like without taking up hardly any space. So I didn't want to get a wallet that like had a snap or had different compartments or had a zip. I mean, the zip thing is just personal preference, but this was just, I thought it was just perfect, because it's just like a nice slim cover, but it's got a lot of pockets inside, which are perfect for sticker storage, stencil storage, etc. As I will show you soon in my setup video. After this, I'm going to do an updated Week setup, now that I've been using it for a while. So the thing that really, really made me happy about this is not only does it fit perfectly and have everything I was looking for, but it's completely eco-friendly and sustainable. So the awesome thing about the Corkor line is that they are vegan leather made out of cork, so from the cork tree. So this is plant fiber, and I think that this is just completely amazing, because it's like totally biodegradable and eco-friendly and sustainable, and I think that that's really cool, because something that's bothered me about a lot of cruelty-free leather products is that the synthetic leather is usually PU, which is like a synthetic compound, which I don't think is very good for the environment. So this, and I really like the colors. It kind of comes in all kinds of sort of like natural leather colors. So this particular one has two options. This is like a kind of light, very, very light brown tan sort of color. And the other one is a dark brown. And that one was really nice as well. I just kind of felt like I liked the idea of a sort of like natural, kind of natural light color. But the other, it was a difficult decision. So if you see on the outside, just move this over. It's I'll just bring it up a bit closer. You can see it has this like kind of nice detailing. It's very, very smooth. It's like has a fantastic touch, extremely smooth. Hardly any texture to it, like just a little bit of slight texture, but very smooth. And it has this stitching here, which is really nice. I really like stitching on the side of, like on notebook covers and planner covers. So the stitching goes all the way around, and it's in a kind of complementing, in it like a matching light, very, very light brown, like tan color. And then on the bottom, it's got this little metal, like silver tone logo. This is the Corkor logo, and you'll see it on the inside, and that is really nice. And then the side is completely plain, and then the back is also completely plain. So that's what it looks like on the outside. It has this like kind of nice pattern, like this is from the cork. So I just think it's really, really beautiful. I love it. And then when you open it, behold, it has this amazing configuration of pockets. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credit card pockets. So these like kind of fit standard credit cards, and obviously they're also really good for storing stickers, and they're all stitched. You can see there's really nice detailing. It folds back on itself as well, by the way. It's really flexible. So they're really nicely stitched and finished off, and then on the inside, you can see it better on here. It's like kind of like a sort of fabric on the inside, which is like a darker brown. And then there's this one pocket with a picture window. So I'm assuming that this is made out of plastic. So this is like probably the only bit that's not, you know, like biodegradable, but I don't actually know for a fact what this is made out of. And then it has this secretarial pocket, which is awesome. And then it has another full-length pocket back here, and these are all like really nicely finished on the inside. And then they're stitched and finished, and then they have this like kind of fabric lining. And then on the other side, you have another full-length pocket, and then this full-length pocket. And then here you've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 credit card pockets. So this is like a sticker lover's dream, because you seriously, like, you have so much room for sticker and you know, washi samples and sticky note storage, which again I'll show you in the setup video that's coming up. And then here you have the Corkor logo, and that's it. So like, this is just perfect for the weeks, and I'll just show you. It's a really tight fit. So if you look up the covers on the Weeks part of the Hobonichi website, the Weeks covers, I kind of use that as a comparison so that I could decide, because I bought this online, you know, to make sure that it would fit. And the Weeks covers, I think, are 203 millimeters tall. So I was a bit nervous because this one is 195 millimeters tall. So I was afraid that it would be too small and the Weeks wouldn't fit in it. And I was really nervous when I ordered it. But I was kind of encouraged by the fact that it's the same height, exactly the same height as the plastic cover on cover. So I thought if the Weeks fits in the cover on cover, hopefully it will fit in this. And it does. It's a very tight fit, but it does fit. I found the best result putting it in this like kind of front pocket here. So you see there, as I showed you on this side, there are 2 full-length pockets. So the one that's in the front, it fits perfectly in that. It is a bit tight. You have to like push it in a little bit, but it's fine. It doesn't damage it. You might probably, it would be a good idea to like kind of stretch it out a little bit beforehand. This is like really rugged and durable, which is funny because you might think that something made out of cork wouldn't be. But I mean, they claim on, you know, in the sort of like description of this on Amazon that it kind of is hard wearing, and that it sort of has a comparable durability to you know, like a kind of like high quality leather, animal leather, which I think is true, because the Kindle case that I have, which is like at least 2 years old, looks completely brand new. So I feel like they are right in that. I kind of feel like it is like high quality and long lasting. Which it better be, because it's very expensive, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a minute. That's kind of like the only downside of it. Anyway, so you can see it fits perfectly in this, and then when you close it, ta-da! It's just like nice and slim. It lies flat. It just does exactly what you would want from a Weeks cover. It's perfect, exactly the perfect size. It's like it was made for it, and it's perfect. I'm so happy with it. And then on the side, you've got like room to put stuff in here, and then you can put stuff here. I tried putting the other side of the cover in here, which you can do, but it doesn't, I didn't think that looked good. It kind of like sits awkwardly. And I actually also quite like being able to see this part of the cover, because I like the blue. So I thought, if, you know, there's really no point putting both sides in, because then you wouldn't be able to see the cover. And presumably part of the reason that you buy the Weeks cover that you do is because you like the color or the design. So I'm really happy with it like this. And then also you can see the 2016. So I just think that like this is amazing and I'm in love with it. And like I said, the only drawback to it is that it is really expensive. So I think that this is, in fact, I'm sure that this is by far the most money I've ever spent on a planner item. It's like more expensive than a lot of ring binders that I bought. So don't be horrified, please. And like don't unsubscribe in disgust. On the Amazon UK site, it's £59. And when I saw it, I was like, I love that, but it's so expensive. Like I could not buy that. And then I finally decided to buy it because it's something that I've been looking for a long time, something that's really difficult to find. Weeks covers are very thin on the ground in any case. I think having one custom made, which was kind of the only other option, would have been quite expensive as well. And this is going to last a long time. And the Weeks is like my personal planner of choice. Like I love it. I've tried a few different personal planners and I know that this is the one for me. So I'm going to be using it for years to come. And I think this will last a really long time. And so I felt like I could easily buy like 5 different inferior covers that I wouldn't like and I would end up getting rid of. And I thought like, because this is exactly what I was looking for. And you know, it's like eco-friendly and I really like everything about it. I just felt like it was worth supporting them. It's not something that I would want to, you know, like I wouldn't want to pay that much money for something very often, but I just felt like it was worth it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because that is, I kind of feel like the only downside to it. And I don't know why it's this expensive. I don't know if there's something like if it's labor intensive or if it's because it's such a niche product, or I mean, which it shouldn't be a niche product. It's like everyone should get one for their Weeks. I think it's an amazing product, or if it's just like somehow because there's something expensive about the like cork production. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But I think that it's like really amazing and I love it. I've been using it for about a week, I think, and I'm just so happy with it. It was really, really worth it. So I would definitely buy it again. Because I mean, it's the sort of thing I think if you kind of like buy something that's that expensive and you haven't seen it, and you know, I was thinking like, oh, I hope this isn't a mistake, and is this going to be turn out to be one of those things that, you know, like I wish that I hadn't done, but no, I love it. It's awesome. So yeah, that is the Corkor travel wallet. I'll leave a link to the Amazon page down below. And let me know if you have any questions about it, because I just think that like this is so cool that I sort of feeling a bit evangelistic about it, and I want everyone to know about it. If you have a Weeks, like this is amazing. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back again straight away with an updated Week setup. Bye!